I'm Brandon Schlosser, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Yeah, ride that wave, SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow, real people, real stories, and real conversation with phenomenal individuals who are living out their dreams and doing it in a major way. And today, you know, I guess I'm not the only B. Jones, the only Brandon on the planet, because we got a hooper who came and got it out of the mud. We talking about a story of triumph from the underdog to the super dog. We got a Mr. Schlosser in the building. How you doing, Brandon? How you living, man?
I'm good, B. Jones. I just appreciate you guys having me on the show, and I'm definitely excited to get this thing rolling.
Nah, we appreciate you, because when Kevin and I set out on this uncharted territory to tell these amazing stories, your story is exactly what America needs, right? Somebody who was cut, but yet they cut back later on in life. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside of my co-host, my brother from another mother, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
B. Jones, it's probably the third time in You Got Next history where I've been jumped by two Brandon, so I'm hoping that this show goes a little bit.
I know, man. I'm about to get with my mama. We had a lot of Brandons on the show, man. We had a lot of Brandons.
Hey, all the Brandons have been dope, but I think I've lost every championship round. So,
and we're going to keep that streak going. We're going to keep that streak going, eh, Brandon?
No. Yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, Kevin, wait a minute. Before we get to Brandon's story, and I talk some trash and I smack you up in the championship rounds, we gotta welcome all the new guests. Thank y'all so much for checking out the show. Around here, me and Kevin, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family members. And if you want to become a family member and be a part of our family and keep rocking with us, because the show is growing and we can't do it without you, we got to ask a simple favor. In Sports Life Talk tradition, on the count of three, we need all of our new viewers out there to show us some love, help us keep that momentum going, and smash that subscribe button. Brandon is the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 legends. Will they stand by us? Will they stand with us on this journey, man? Will they help us to grow this show?
We'll see. We'll check it out, and I'll explain everything, and we'll
hey, I like that's why I like you, Brandon. Hey, Brandon said we will see. We gonna try for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Smash that subscribe button. Show us some love. And if you did, you just got all access backstage content to over 185 episodes of Sports Life Talk. You got next. Kevin, what we got, man? We got content creators, head coaches, WNBA players.
Anything you want for You Got Next, we got it. So hit that subscribe button. 𝐥𝐤𝐤, we need y'all to do better than try. We need for y'all to push that button down there. So let's go, B.
But Kevin, the theme song said, "Who got next?" Ain't that right? Ain't that the theme song? Yeah, so guess who got next? Here we go, Brandon. Are you ready for the Sports Life Talk initiation, sir?
I'm ready, man. Let's get into it.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. Heat them up, KT.
All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5 music artists. I'm going to go with 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿, A-Boogie. Got to go with Kanye. Big Kanye West fan. Man, that's tough. We'll go with Drake, and then that last slot. You know, I've been listening to a lot of No Cap lately, so I'm gonna go with No Cap.
So those are 3 people that I have never heard before.
Never heard of. No Cap. Give me the first one. Did he say Boosie? Because I thought he said Boosie.
I said Toosii.
Toosii. He's an artist. He's from like Raleigh, North Carolina area. He's got a nice few slow bangers, you know.
Brandon, you on that new wave, huh? You on that new wave,
a little bit. I know y'all are more old school, but yeah.
Yeah, he said like A Boogie. Did you say A Boogie?
Yeah, A Boogie. Yep.
See, I'm on the old school. Kevin on the old school. So let's just keep it moving, though.
That's why nobody likes you, Brandon. All right, so who are some of your favorite sports teams?
I'm a diehard Carolina Panthers fan, right? So I grew up in Pennsylvania, and my grandmother would send me the film of the Panthers game tape delayed when I was a kid. So I got to watch all the Panthers games. I couldn't watch them on live TV, right? And then, you know, I was big into football as a kid, and it kind of transitioned into basketball. So then I became a Charlotte Bobcats fan, now the Hornets. So I'm going to go with the Panthers and the Hornets are my two standout teams. And then I also am a Houston Astros fan, but they kind of lost some of my respect along the way. So
yeah, those cheaters, we don't like the people.
Hey, but hold on, man. I heard y'all getting Baker Mayfield. You excited about that? You co-signed on this acquisition?
Hey, I would love that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to have to talk to Brandon. You might have to stop listening to Tuesday.
I want to see him have success somewhere, you know.
I know,
Carolina
man.
Panthers can be a platform, then.
I'm going to tell you, Brandon, you just passed the test. You are a true Carolina Panthers fan because you said, hey, he come here, he my family member. Hey, I'm rocking with him.
Yes, sir.
Stay away from the Cowboys or Saints. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Superhero, I got to go with Spider-Man. Not necessarily because of the movies, but I used to love playing the Spider-Man video games when I was a kid. So I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
All right, so Peter Parker, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Beat the Odds by Day Day. I would definitely say that that's mine because my whole life motto is kind of beating the odds and overcoming obstacles and adversity along the way, you know?
P. Jones, have you heard of Day Day?
No, I ain't heard of Day Day. I like it though. I like my guy's vibe. I like what this dude is smiling, he happy. And I'm gonna tell you something, that type of energy is infectious, my guy. And so I'm Rocky. You gonna have me listen to A Boogie and Day Day and turning it off 10 minutes later, but at least I'm gonna say I tried that narcotic.
Hey, that's love still. I appreciate it, B. Jones.
Yeah, B. Jones, you just let me know how that goes. So, Brandon, on behalf of the SLT Nation, we want to welcome you into our family. So
appreciate it.
Did I call you B. Jones? God, I think I called you B. Jones. So Brandon, B. Jones, whoever, somebody take over this show. Let's go.
Hey, Brandon. Now that A Boogie and Tusi is going to threaten to shoot KT, we gonna keep moving along. I might need you. We might need to do a show, Brandon and Brandon, because KT go after disrespecting rappers. That's not a good idea. Hey, man, but check this out, brother. Your story. First off, welcome to the family. But your story is absolutely crazy, my guy. I mean,
thank you.
Dude, we've had some guests that's come across and sat where you sat, and don't think me wrong, it's been some tear jerkers. We've had some that we like, God, how you get there? But like, bro, I don't think we've ever had anybody got cut in middle school. So this question takes on a total new life form, man. Tell me about you coming up playing basketball. Normally, we hear everybody talk about their success up until they in high school, right? Most people are like, hey, I got to college and I started struggling. But man, dude, you came out the womb struggling with that rock, man. So tell us a little bit about coming up playing basketball, brother.
No, 100%. So, I always had love for the game. I went to basketball camps when I was younger, played at the park. We didn't really have a lot of gyms where I grew up. We had like YMCAs and not really too many rec centers, right? So coming up in middle school, I was probably about all of 5'1", 5'2", very chubby. Like, have you seen Nikola Jokic when he was a kid?
Yes.
Yep. That was me, but in like smaller.
The short version, the minion version.
The short version. Yeah, I was mini Jokic. So I always had somewhat of a jump shot, but I didn't really take it serious at the time. I loved it for fun. I probably played more 2K and NBA Live than I did actual basketball, right? So it was in middle school, I got cut my 7th and 8th grade year when I first transferred to public school, right? And so it was humbling. And it kind of made me want to make some life changes. And that's what I did when I got to high school. So,
man, cut it. Kevin, are y'all cutting kids? Are y'all cutting kids who trying their best, bro? Now, listen, I ain't saying everybody need a participation trophy, but damn, y'all ruining the ego.
Yeah, but B. Jones, there's the thing, though, about middle school basketball, man. It's only like 12 to 15 spots. And you have
Man, let them all play though, Kevin. Can they all
have
dress out and come to practice?
No, you can't have like 60 kids dressing out. You ain't gonna get anything done, B.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'll tell y'all this. As a coach, that's the hardest thing to do in basketball is cut kids.
Thank you, Brandon. How did you take it when you got cut? I mean, look, I ain't trying to move you to tears or nothing, but damn, you was 13 years old and they told you couldn't play.
Good. Yeah, so in middle school, it wasn't as emotionally impactful for me as when I got cut in high school, right? When I got cut in high school, I'd been putting in work, going to the park every single day after school, right?
And so that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker because I had put in the time, right? But in middle school, I wasn't really prepared per se, right?
Right.
So I kind of took it as, you know what? When I get to high school, I'm going to try and make the team then. So.
Well, I ain't gonna say you got the last laugh because your journey is still happening, but you found a way to overcome. Because I mean, I ain't gonna compare you to Jordan. I think that'll be the death sentence if I say, because Jordan got cut from his high school team. Yeah, I ain't trying to compare you to Jordan, but that's the only other story I hear. Somebody really truly getting cut at a young age and bouncing back, man. But now. Kevin, when we do our like favorite basketball players of all time, Kevin done dropped his name a couple of times, and then when I saw your bio, I saw this name. I immediately ran to your social media and saw you in a picture with the former Toronto Raptor / Houston Rocket, Mr. 13 points in 13 seconds, T-Mac. Man, tell us about meeting T-Mac, brother.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. B. Jones, there's not too many times when I get starstruck, right?
Yeah.
I was so nervous when I met T-Mac. I went up to him because it was right before the last game that I played in the OBL, which we can get into later. But when I introduced myself and thanked him for the opportunity and got a picture, and he ended up staying and watching my last game. And I was able to get him hype a couple times, which was the most amazing feeling in the world to have an NBA Hall of Famer praising your game. I was humbled. So meeting T-Mac was amazing, man, and just having that opportunity was a blessing. So
now I like the fact that you say you got some buckets in front of, because that's what I want to get into. We looking at your picture. What are you, about 135 soaking wet, man? How much you weigh, Brandon?
5'10", 160 to 165.
Okay, so you bigger than I thought. You bigger than what I thought. The picture don't do your justice on your size. But I mean, do you walk in the gym and the brothers, it's gonna be 80% of us in there, right? Do the brothers call you? Do they call you JJ Redick or?
Yeah, I was gonna say I hear JJ Redick every now and then, but most of the time it's just, "What's good, B?"
Really? So you got respect. Yep. Oh, so you'll bust their ass then. So they already know. They got respect. They already know, like, hey, leave that white boy alone. You'll get buckets on your face. You'll be out here, these girls be laughing at you, man.
More or less, sometimes.
All right, man. So this is just for fun. This is just for fun. We know you're a shooter. What other skills in your game? What other skills in your repertoire do you bring to the table?
No, absolutely. I pride myself on conditioning and cardio. So I definitely
high work ethic, and high motor, huh? No, so what 100%. Team, if you could play on any of the 30 NBA teams, and I don't give me the Warriors, I guess you could say Warriors, because I don't know, you're silky smooth with it, so your stroke would be good with the way. But what team would you play with if you could play with any of the 30 teams out there right now?
Oh man!
Now keep in mind, you got to live in that city. Now you got to live in that city.
No, for sure. Number one would 100% be the Charlotte Hornets, and then
that boy kept it.
He kept it 100, didn't he?
The Spurs would be my second.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I got to go with my favorite team, but the Spurs being coached by Pop would have been a really cool experience. That would have been amazing.
Kevin, this dude here is all right. This young man is all right. So let's talk about your brand here for a second, because I know you're a basketball player at night, trainer by day. You're doing a lot. You surrounding yourself with basketball all day. You found success. You made it to the OBL. You played in the TBL. But I want to talk about your personal brand before we talk about some of these other things that you're doing, because that's most important. Absolutely. Right? When somebody look you up, we want to talk about Beat the Odds, because that's one of the reasons why when we signed you up, I was like, this is a story, right? Beat the Odds. Everybody needs to beat the odds. It's something in their life, whether it's a weight loss journey like myself, whether it don't matter what you're doing, you got to beat the odds. So tell us a little bit about that and what it means to you, man.
Yeah. So the ball kind of got rolling with Beat the Odds back right before the pandemic. And I wanted to make a basketball training brand, which I'm still in the process of, right? I'm not like a full-time trainer or anything, but I'm hoping to do a lot of training this summer. I have a few clients already and just trying to build on that. But going back to the origin of it, when I started thinking of a name for my basketball training business that I want to have, right? I was like, what better thing than Beat the Odds? Because that was exactly kind of, my journey at the time, right? I was able to play in junior college, and I was a top 50 in the country 3-point shooting percentage player in junior college, right? And so at the time, I was like, I've already beaten a lot of adversity in odds, so why not just call it Beat the Odds? And it kind of just took off from there. So
yeah, 2-time all coast to coast. Now, I didn't even know about the coast to coast international exposure camp. Tell us a little bit about that and how you went out there and just balled out. You wigged out on it. You blacked out at the camp, won 2-time camp all-star, man. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, no, I can tell you all about that one. So right after the pandemic, I was in quarantine and I was working on my game with a friend of mine, Luke Moyer. I was doing 3-a-days 5 times a week with him, right? And so I was doing everything in my possible human capacity to get my game better. And August came around and I saw that there was a showcase. It was called Coast to Coast International Showcase. And so I was like, you know what? I think I really want to play in this. And so I went to Coast in Charlotte in September, right? And I thought that I played so well. Like, I was really proud of myself. Right after it got over, they started announcing all the All-Stars. And I heard number 64, number 20, and it was every number but mine. And I was sick. I was disappointed in myself. I was like, man, I really thought that I had an All-Star performance. And so I took a look. I was like, when's the next one? I got to get in it. And they had one the following June. And I left everything out there that I possibly could. And it was in Winston-Salem. So I had like what it is basically is a showcase for unsigned basketball players that, it's kind of just a bet on yourself. You pay somewhere between $250 and $350, and you go to the coast to coast camp, and whatever happens. You get coached by professional coaches. It's a great networking opportunity. And so I went to that one. And I played really well, and they actually had an error with some of the film, and so I was able to go to the next one on them, right? And so that one was in Cherokee, North Carolina, and just again, all the hard work ended up paying off, and I was able to produce pretty well at that camp as well. So,
man, that's crazy. So I'm starting to see a habitual theme, Kevin. Are you seeing this, man? Are you seeing rejection turning into success over and over and over again? Where does that come from? Is that just something you have an innate kind of identity in yourself, or is that something you develop? Where does that come from? Did somebody take your toy as a kid or something? I mean,
B. Jones, I guess, going along that theme, I don't like being told no or that I can't do something. And when I got cut in high school 3 times, my freshman, sophomore year, and then junior year, I was too intimidated to try out because I got cut the past 2 years, right? If we're just keeping it real. So I think that there was a fire that was ignited after I got cut in high school that's just never been put out at this point. So,
well, speaking of beating the odds, like I said, you play in professional organizations like OBL and TBL, but dude, you actually quit your day. Kevin, you ever heard of people say don't quit your day job? This man beat the odds down here, quit his day job to pursue something he loved. Once again, you beat the odds, and how scary was that, dude? How scary was that giving up being a PE teacher to go play basketball?
Yeah, so I mean, I loved teaching PE, right? I should say I really enjoyed it. And it was really a tough decision. So I went to a tryout for this league that was upcoming called the Men's Basketball Association. And after I went to it in May, I was told that I was on the top 24 draft board, and it was like an upcoming league, kind of like the TBL, right? And some things didn't end up panning out with that league that was supposed to start up in September. And so I wasn't actually able to end up playing in the league that I left my job for. So Yeah, so it was crazy. Definitely went through some tough times back in the fall, but I was like, you know what? I was like, just because this opportunity didn't work out, I already did this. I need to find somewhere else that I can, go and play professionally at this point. So I was substitute teaching and I was contract seeking, right? So I was training multiple times a day still, just waiting for that opportunity.
Wow.
And, I went back to my hometown from North Carolina, and I tried out for this new TBL team that I had messaged on Instagram called the Lehigh Valley Legends. And, the TBL, there's a lot of guys with resumes in that league that I don't have. I played a little bit of semi-pro, playing rec leagues, and I trained. And I was able to go there without knowing any of those coaches or any of the people that ran the organization. And I just had a tryout. It was like a workout with them, right? And there were only 8 people there. And so I was able to show off in volume how I was able to shoot the ball. And
right.
So I had a couple of conversations with the coach and the owner afterwards. And they were basically telling me just like, we want you to come back for some private workouts. Went to the private workouts. And then from there, I was invited to training camp, made it through training camp, and then I was able to have a stint with the Lehigh Valley Legends this year. So
why don't you tell us a little bit about your involvement in the Tracy McGrady League?
Yeah. So it was actually crazy. My guy Shaheem, shout out Shaheem, he messaged me and he was like, you know what? I would love to see you in this league that T-Mac started up. And I had heard murmurs about it, right? And he texted me the link to apply to it. And so I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna apply and I'm gonna see what happens and we'll just go from there. And I had no idea about like the format. I didn't really know nothing about it, right? So then as soon as I applied, I kind of forgot about it. 3 weeks later, I just got done a really hard workout at night with my guy Ryan King. And I take a look at my phone and it says, yo, Brandon, this is Charles and Tracy McGrady from the OBL. You have been invited to the DMV location to play. And I was just looking at it and I was so like shocked. And then I just got this like sudden burst of excitedness. Even though I was dead tired from my workout, I was like, let's go. So that was basically how that ended up happening. So
Dude, you are like a real life hustle. But listen, man, I don't know if I can beat the odds, all right? Because I ain't you, but I know one thing I could do, and that's beat KT. Brandon.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where Kevin and I, we turn on each other, we get competitive, and you are now officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
A few times. It's been a little while, though.
All right, well, the rule's very simple. It's all about you. Kevin and I will both present an option. You select one of those options. The host you select will gain a point. The first host to 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And I listen, we go hard right now, okay? So just answer the best of your ability because I don't know. Kevin might end up crying at the end of this thing. Sheesh. All right, here we go. Round number 1. Kevin, you won the last game. I'll let you go first.
Would you rather get offered a 10-day contract to play in the NBA on a team of your choice or
have a illustrious all-pro career overseas playing a minimum of 10 years?
Illustrious career overseas, minimum of 10 years.
Well, Charlotte Hornets. No, never mind.
Yeah. I know it. This man want to hoop. This dude want to hoop.
Yeah, but if I just said, hey, the 10-day contract could have led to a full contract.
It can, but he ain't guaranteed for 10 days. I'm guaranteeing him 10 years.
Yeah, I bet on myself enough. I'm ready for something stable. So yeah, you got it.
All right, round number 2. Would you rather be a genius and know everything or
be amazing at any activity that you try?
Be amazing at any activity that I try.
All right, here we go. Round number 3.
Would you rather have a shoe made by Nike named after you and the proceeds go to your Beat the Odds campaign, or
get a sponsorship by Nike. You're a brand ambassador. You get to travel the country speaking and coaching kids from all walks of life, keeping in mind that Nike's footing the bill for this. So think about it. Beat the Odds camps everywhere.
Yeah, either way, you're getting a check from Nike. But I mean, wouldn't you rather see like Tracy McGrady in your shoes? I mean, I'm just saying.
Or wouldn't you rather be able to shake a young man's hand knowing that you inspired him?
Hey, B. Jones, I got to go with yours this time.
This is the last time B. Jones and we have a Brandon on the show. No more Brandons on the show. That's it. Done with the Brandons. That's it.
I had a feeling I was going to keep the streak going.
No more Brandons on the show. That's it. I'm done.
Brandon, I'm gonna send you a replica of this belt, man, because you helped me to get it. That's right, Sports Life Talk. We are the champs.
He's not gonna send you
once more. We back on top. Kevin, you know what I'm saying? I know how to put my belt away because I just want y'all to see it one more time.
So, all right, KT. Like I said, going forward, if your name is Brandon, you're not welcome on this show. But go ahead, B. Jones.
If your name is Brandon, you are welcome on this show. Just make sure we keep the streak alive. All right, Brandon. Boogie. What's his nickname? We're going to have to call him Hustle because he like Bo Cruz. This is Hustle. He coming. Hey, this man is unsigned hype. He coming up. We got Hustle on the mic. All right, Hustle. So tell us, the title of the show is You Got Next. What does the future hold for you, my guy?
Man, so right now, I'm seeking another pro contract at the moment, and I'm doing anything that I can right now to make that happen. I'm trying to build up a clientele base for Beat the Odds basketball. So if anyone watching this, if you have a kid or a friend that you know that needs some training, I try and do it at the most affordable rates, and I'm super passionate about it, and I will do everything in my ability to make sure that you see strides in your game or your child's game.
And I'm going to take you up on that, man, because I need to work on this. I need a wicked jump shot. Me and Kevin lined up a couple of games with some of these, these WNBA, these college players come on here. They want to test my metal, but Kevin in trouble. Kevin, when I tell you Kevin got about 13 to 14 games, I don't know. Kevin needs to
go. Jump shot travels. Jump shot goes everywhere. So tell bring
hey, look, I'm ready to see it.
All right, we're going to tell freshman All-American Layla Blair, who we challenged right here on the show. We're going to tell her that, okay?
Anybody but Layla Blair. All right, Brandon. So do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, so I'm going to give a shout-out right now to Luke Gibson. He's my teammate in this Drew Effect League that I'm playing in right now. Just super humble. He's doing his own thing with Perfect 10 Basketball Academy, and he's making it as a full-time trainer at the moment. Other than that, I gotta shout out another trainer friend of mine, super humble, amazing guy. His name's Drew Cohn, and he actually helped me progress my game to where it's gotten to the last couple of years where I've seen the biggest stride in my game, and he's a huge part of that. So shout out Drew Cohn. And then the last one I'm going to shout out is my boy Luke Moyer, my mentor, big brother. He means a lot to me, man, and he definitely has shown me the ropes in terms of pursuing a pro basketball career and just a lot of other things too. So,
dude, listen, I don't know. First off, I can appreciate I'm gonna let Kevin. I'm sorry, I can appreciate those names, but I can tell you, you got everything it takes already within you. So,
I appreciate that, man. That's love.
Okay, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call out the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Brandon, who are you giving your game ball to?
I'm going to give my ball to... I'm going to go with double Lukes here. I'm going to go with Luke Moyer and Luke Gibson.
Luke. We are going to be reaching out to both of you fellas. I cannot wait to hear their stories, get them on the show, sit where you sat. But Brandon, dude, hey, you got something special, sir. You got something special. The word resiliency, hey, you it's like they Google it, they gonna find a picture of you. You don't take no for an answer. You've been kicked, and you keep fighting a good fight. From that story, we all can learn something, sir. So Brandon, welcome to the family, and you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. Oops, we did it again. Hey, I'm going to keep singing it because we keep bringing y'all heat. We keep bringing y'all stars. We keep bringing y'all rising stars that are coming up out of the ether. People who have something to say and you need to hear it. And guess what? Not only do you need to hear it, I hope you digested it, let that simmer on your spirit, but share this with somebody. Share this story with somebody who was cut, who gave up, who want to hear some inspiration. That we all could take something from this and we can all beat the odds. Come hang out with Kevin and I. We go live every Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you smash that subscribe button, you automatically be notified. Smash the subscribe button, hit the bell. But we stream on Twitter. We stream on YouTube. It's an interactive show. So all you got to do is come on, log in, get you some popcorn, kick your feet up, get on the keyboard, do a little trash talking to Kevin when he makes a bad take. You know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Y'all family now, because y'all to smash that subscribe button. And listen, we're going to give anybody out there who want to be a part and dripple, a part of our family and dripple like us, we giving away free t-shirts. Tag 5 people in at Sports Life Talk on IG and send us your address because we're going to show you some love. We sending you some heat your way. That's right. We got heat and we're going to send it to you because we want you to know how much we appreciate you. Kevin, what am I missing, man? I moved pretty fast on the end. I talked a lot, but I don't know if I said what they needed to hear. Kevin, what am I missing?
Brandon, I want to say this, man. You're dope. Your story is amazing, but you let me down at the very end of the show. But besides that, man, whatever you need from us, man, we got you. If you need a like, B. Jones, you need a check, B. Jones will send it to you, man. So whatever you need from us,
man,
we got you.
I appreciate y'all for real. And just one more little message for anyone out there watching.
Give it to him, dog. Close us out.
Yeah, like what B. Jones was saying, anyone can beat the odds in any aspect of your life. If you got something that you really want in life, grind for it, hustle for it, and make it happen because you can do it. You can beat the odds too.
Well, guess what? They can beat the odds, and we appreciate them watching this show. So Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better, and keep dreaming big like my guy just told you because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.